I never knew.
Who and who? What's that you say? Who and who? What's that you say? There's a quirky, cool new internet show featuring rising stars and living legends too.
All right, we got some friends here. You are a living legend, I have to say, Mason.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Well, I'm living.
And you're a legend.
Okay.
To many people.
All right, I'll take it.
It's true. You know it's true. Yeah. When Dunkin' Donuts invented the Munchkin,
Yes.
were you the first person to ever bring it to the world?
I was.
You were.
Yeah, they did not invent it for me.
No,
But I was
you were the
the
representative
The representative.
for the
Dunkin'
Dunkin'
Donuts. The
Munchkin.
little holes. It wasn't really the hole.
Of course.
Everybody thought it was.
No,
People
they
was.
wanted you to think that.
Exactly right.
What was your favorite flavor?
Wow.
That's a good one.
Yeah, the paycheck is my favorite flavor. But I'm a
Eat Dunkin' Donuts?
no.
No more.
No. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you a very funny story. In the commercial itself, I did not actually eat the product. Advertising.
Do you remember the lines?
No, actually I don't. But I do remember that at craft services, we had them all over the place. And during the course of the day, I probably popped about 30 or 40 of them. And at 2 o'clock in the morning, I threw my guts up. I just remember that because I had overdosed
Yeah, of course.
on the lunch.
Well, you were little. How old were you?
12. When I did that one.
You were
That was
older
actually
already.
my
First one.
4.
And what was that?
That was for Ivory Snow detergent.
Ivory Snow.
Ivory Snow, it was only a regional commercial. New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
But then about 2 years later, I did the Underwood.
Underwood. That was the one.
That ran for 5 years.
That was the one.
Yeah.
Did you ever eat Underwood Deviled Ham?
I did afterwards, but again,
Not during the film.
But there's actually a law against that.
About eating the food?
If you are a minor, you can talk about it and not eat it, or you can eat it and not talk about it.
Now, do you remember
It's one of those SEC
do you remember the line for that one?
Well, at the end, I just said it's like having a board sport.
A Borgishmord. That was you.
That was
Exactly.
it, yeah. Which was a bastardized version, obviously.
Smorgasbord.
Right.
Right, but that was
Yeah.
like huge.
Yeah.
That was like one of the biggest things in that
Yeah,
whole era.
That was a pretty iconic.
Yeah.
commercial.
Could you walk down the street in those days?
No.
No. People
I
stopped you
always
once.
had people around me at all times.
Like bodyguards?
No, either a parent or a brother or someone that was related or very, very close to me.
Now, did it seem normal to you? Because you didn't.
At the age of 4,
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah. it was
Did you
kind of
know the
like,
Brady
oh.
Bunch kids? Like, did you hang out with any other kids?
No, but Robbie Wrist, who was cousin Oliver on the Brady Bunch, is one
Okay.
of my very closest friends now.
Really?
And I'm also very good friends with Susan Olsen.
Okay.
Oh.
I actually met her and Bobby Brady
Yeah.
once.
She's a sweetheart.
Yeah. She
And
was,
subsequently, I've actually met Eve Plum.
oh, it was her birthday last Wednesday.
Right.
I know
And
that.
she was, and Eve was a lovely woman.
And she really rebelled after the Bradys and did all those crazy movies, right?
Yeah,
Like-
and she really, quite honestly, doesn't really like to talk about the Brady's at all.
I don't blame her.
Yeah.
I mean, I do and I don't. Like, what do you
Listen.
think of that?
I don't like to bite the hand that feeds me.
Exactly.
So, if Brady Bunch is what brought you to the world
Yeah, exactly.
and made you what you essentially what you
Hello.
Yeah.
are, be nice.
Respect the
Be
Bradys.
nice to the Brady's.
Yeah.
But also there's a typecast thing that seemed to be involved with
But
that,
she did
that
like
she
those-
probably rebelled against.
Yeah, that's why she
Oh.
did those
You know,
movies.
what
Like,
are you gonna do? You know, I'm Jan Brady forever. No.
yeah,
At some point, you have to break the
Of
story.
course.
You have to become your own individual.
and what did you become, Mason? ReeSe, a rock star, I
Well,
hear.
for a while, I was a drummer, and No, I sold the very
All of
last
them?
one. They're all gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a smart businessman.
Ah.
I now own 2 companies. Yes, please.
Yes, let me remember. Nice.
In LA.
Everyone wants to run.
Any women in the audience, feel free to run me. I'll take all I can get.
Yeah.
No,
So what is your production company doing these? Okay.
loosely based on my life.
Are you in it or
Oh, I'm
something?
the star of the show.
Oh, good for
Alright.
you. Good
It's
for
my
you.
show.
Excellent.
Let me tell you, well, yeah. But let me tell you how else is in it.
Who?
So we have Dawn Wells,
Okay.
Mary Ann from Dylan and Silent.
Oh my
We
God,
have
Mary Ann.
Mary Ann, we have Arngrim, who is Nasty Nelly on Little House on the Prairie.
Whoa.
We have Michael Learned, who is the mother on the Walrus.
Of course. Is that Mama?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We
How does she
have
look these
we have
days?
Robbie
Gorgeous?
Rist from the Brady
Oh, Oliver.
Right.
We have Brandon Cruz, who
Oh,
was
for Eddie's father.
Eddie's
I
father.
can do this one.
And we have Aaron Murphy, who played Little Tabitha.
Aaron
Oh,
Murphy.
yes.
Oh my God, wasn't she a twin?
Yes, but no one ever talks about the sister. For some
Yeah, but
reason.
there were 2 of
There
them. They
were
were the
2.
original Mary Kate and Ashley.
Yeah, they're a lot less money.
Yeah, well, today, right?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
A lot less zeros.
Tabitha, what
Yeah,
does she
they
look
got-
like? Does she?
She's gorgeous.
I'm sure
She's
she's
absolutely
Samantha's
No,
daughter.
she's
Come on.
absolutely beautiful and a lovely human being.
So what's the premise? Like, if it's like your life today?
Well, no, yes, my life today, but everything that led up to it. All I can say is this.
It sounds great.
Yeah.
Yes, but I can't talk a lot about it because it's still in the process.
Does it have a title?
It's called Life Interrupted.
Life Interrupted.
And basically, I'm a 50-year-old guy who's having a midlife crisis.
Okay.
My wife leaves me and
who's-
marries another woman.
Okay, that seems
So
to be
that's
the
kind of
premise
interesting.
these days.
That's kind
Yeah.
of interesting.
Yeah.
And it's a really interesting comedy.
So is Michael Learned your mother?
Michael Learned is actually my ex-wife's wife.
Wife's
Wife.
mother.
Wife's
Gotcha.
She's your nothing-in-law.
She is
Yeah,
my mother.
exactly.
That is my absolutely correct. But Dawn Wells plays Allison Arngrim's mother. So that'd be my ex-mother.
So are you going to marry him on the
I
show?
hope not. I certainly hope not.
Stephen KeLLeR. Well,
Just
you know.
friends.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is I have a really cool new management company
Yes.
based here in New York. With a lot of young artists and singers and performers and bands. And Mr. Steve KeLLeR over here is an
Yeah.
integral part of it.
Wonderful.
Oh,
He wears a lot of different hats. Let's put it that way. Sorry. I
Well,
can't
he's
hear
wearing
you.
a bandana, right?
And we're excited because we're just getting out of the starting gate. We
Wonderful.
just who
Okay.
was Quincy Marrow in a Bronx Tale. And he's a really great singer-songwriter.
Wow.
And we're now repping him.
That's the one with the bus, right? The Bronx Tale?
A
Isn't that?
Bronx Tale.
The bus, yeah,
The bus. The father was
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
Quincy Marrow was the young kid with the big schlong. The
Yeah.
whole thing.
I've seen that bus is so cool.
So that's what I'm doing to keep
Good for
myself busy.
you. Wow.
And now Steve can talk and say something.
I got nothing to say, man.
What's
How do you follow
up?
that?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
what's going on with RiPPeD?
Good.
Oh, we've been doing, we're making plans to record our 4th album.
Okay.
We're doing a benefit in a couple of weeks. I think it's a private party, but it's a Ride for the Wolves benefit. So it's a biker event. And then we
Do
got
you have a bike?
I do not. I do not.
You just ride with the pack?
Are you kidding? We fit in with the bikers. That's all
Yeah.
Actually on my shoulder.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
it.
there you
But
go.
you're in the city.
Yeah.
There you go.
And we do a lot of benefit work. We're working with Rock to Adopt, a zoo out of South Jersey, Popcorn Park Zoo. We're doing catering company, which is also signed with MaSoN.
Nice.
And what we do.
So what is Rock to Adopt?
Rock to Adopt is we do a festival for Popcorn Park Zoo. I think this year they have 18 bands. I've done it for 4 years now.
Okay.
And we raise money. It's like $20 for a wristband.
And what are you
$40 for a
adopting? An animal or?
It's
or
raising money
kid?
for the animals. They
Okay.
actually,
Cool.
they're like, they're a zoo, but it's like the zoo for misfit animals.
I love it.
They rehab them, but they're not wanted anywhere else. So
Aw.
Popcorn Park keeps them and takes care of them for life.
That's good for
Popcorn
you.
Park?
Popcorn Park Zoo. And they also are involved with the Associated Humane Society. They adopt dogs and cats out. They're a no-kill shelter. Right? We get our animals.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So that's what we do, and we also, of course, we do gigs for pay, but we find ourselves in all kinds of fundraising.
Yeah, of course.
Opportunities.
I know.
It's nice to be wanted, but I got a mortgage.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm playing at
Year-old
a
daughter.
cancer benefit Saturday.
And we don't like it.
Exactly.
Actually, my family, my wife and I have been involved with Popcorn Park Private
Nice.
for years.
How many pets do you have?
I think about 40. If you count the 13 turtles and the 5 guinea pigs.
What? So how many pets is Mason going to have after this?
I'm afraid to.
I got one dog and that's it.
Yeah.
It's enough.
Who I adopted, by the way. So I'm very happy.
Yeah. Like mine, because they send them from the south from kill shelters.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, my dog was actually from a shelter in Tennessee,
Okay.
and they weren't going to kill him. Absolutely adorable. And he was in New York for 4 days. And I found him online. And I called up the owner. I said, do not adopt that dog. I picked him up in my arms, and he knew I saved him, and I think I knew that he saved me. So, yeah.
So does he bark with an accent?
Yeah.
Does he have the southern accent?
Well,
we're all animal lovers.
My pet.
That's what we do,
Yeah.
Exactly. So today happens to be National Crepe Suzette Day. Tour and everything. We're creative with our ways of creating food of the day.
I'll eat it later.
Okay. You can also have it. What? Yes. But we would like to. And Mason, I'm sure you have something.
Oh, well.
All right.
Yeah, I have a few crazy things I've done. Well, the one thing I can say is that I just turned 50.
Happy
And
birthday.
thank you. And in 50 years of living on the planet, I have never had a drink.
I know why. The question is why.
You didn't need it.
And I never got into it. I never
for
got into
you.
the whole drinking and smoking and doing drugs. I mean, it certainly was around me at
Right.
that time.
I'm sure.
All right, well, since it's a musical show, I'll give you a musical skeleton.
That's pretty cool, though.
Back in '77, I was living in LA. For any of you who remember going like
If you could read.
And my mom was a very hip mother. She hold my own. So Gordon Lightfoot was playing at what was called the University. And I went to go see the show. And after the show, I was invited to hang out backstage with the band and the whole thing. And at the age of 12, hanging out backstage, Gordon Lightfoot reached into the inner pocket of his jacket. And for those of you who are too young to remember film, 35 millimeter film,
Yes, film.
he pulled out a Kodak film case full of blow.
Of course. Oh, Gordon Lightfoot.
Right? And he offered it to me.
That's hilarious.
And, you know,
Barrymore.
yes.
I thought you were Drew.
Yeah, and two different things.
Yeah.
You know, one, how do I politely? But then number two, you know, what a piece of shit.
Oh,
How do you
teach your
offer a
image.
young kid?
I mean, how do you offer a 12-year-old blow?
Yeah.
You know? And I just very politely said, no, I
Did
appreciate
you
it.
smash all his albums when
No,
you were
I still love him. I actually still like him a lot. To be honest. But that's one skeleton.
That's hilarious.
That's a good one.
You know, that's true though, because like we've met so many people throughout the years, and as a big rock music fan, sometimes you don't want to meet the legends. If they're going to be jerks, it ruins the whole listening experience for the rest of your life. It's like, wow, I spent 35 years digging your stuff, and you blew
But
it.
they're actually just humans.
Oh no, that
I
I
know.
agree with.
But when you put them up on that
Of
pedestal,
course we
and
should
you
be
idolize
do.
them
Of
the
course.
way that we do,
Yeah.
it's normal.
We,
That
yeah.
if they don't treat you like
It's
you
kind
think you should, they
exactly.
can crush you.
It does.
I mean, they really can.
It does.
But people ask me all the time, like, was anybody really rude to you? And I've met pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, I've met pretty much.
Michael Jackson?
No, I never met Michael. But I mean, I've met the Who, and Zeppelin, and
Right.
Foreigner, and the Stones, and some members of the Eagles, and Chicago. I mean,
Britney Spears?
I wouldn't want to.
She wouldn't know
I
where
wouldn't.
you go.
No, I was too young to it. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, but I mean, I've met pretty much everybody. And quite honestly, I can't think of one real ass. They're all good people.
That's cool.
They really were.
Yeah.
And, you know, but then again, when you do meet them in a certain setting,
Yeah.
and they know that you're kind of in the inn,
Yeah.
you know, or the clique or whatever, maybe they're a little nicer.
Sure.
Perhaps.
Of course. It's
And-
not
and,
a
you know,
it's not a regular situation.
But yeah, no, I mean, my experiences are, for the most part, really positive.
That's awesome. What about you?
What?
We need a skeleton from your closet.
I don't know if he has it.
Let's see. Staying married, dig up stuff.
Yeah.
I can't even remember. I have drank and done all that stuff. all
Exactly.
these
There you
years.
go. Yeah.
But yeah, so,
Yeah. So
I-
do you have any stories that you what?
I was gonna say, Mason, as a child actor,
Yeah.
you've seen it all via
Yeah.
a child actor being in the 70s, and
Yeah.
you've seen child actors in the 80s and the 90s, and now,
Yeah.
like, can you tell the evolution? Like, what's your prediction or advice for the child actors of today?
Well, okay. There is a group in California. And it's a really important group. The group basically, they try to rewrite the laws to protect the child actor or the child performer. It's called A Minor Consideration.org. And it's a nonprofit, and it was started by a guy named Paul Peterson, who was on the Donna Reed show,
Oh wow.
who himself was a child star.
Right.
And there are actually more laws protecting a dog on the
On
set
set.
in Hollywood than there are kids.
Interesting.
And that's the God's honest truth. A legislature protecting the welfare of an animal.
Wow.
And there's almost nothing. Actors. It's obviously better in New York, better in Hollywood, but when you go to places like Georgia or Texas or Carolina or Oregon, whatever, there are no laws
And they do a
protecting.
lot of filming in Georgia.
They do a lot of filming all over the
Yeah.
United States, and none of these kids are protected. And oftentimes they're put into really hazardous conditions, and it's unfortunate. But a minor consideration basically goes to state by state, but right now they're focusing on California primarily, but they're trying to change welfare labor laws for minors. But, a lot of people talk about, younger child actors getting in trouble with alcohol and drugs or whatever it may be.
But a lot don't.
But a lot don't. There is. The only reason it's being talked about is because they're in the public eye.
Exactly.
But the ratio of percentages is very small.
Yeah.
I mean, if there are
Yeah. And they get
well,
less
all of
trouble.
a sudden,
Yeah.
oh, child stars, they're all, they're
Yeah.
all Rex. No, they're really not. But because we're in the public eye, but it's that way for adult actors too.
Exactly.
Everyone thinks that because you're rich and famous and powerful, whatever, that you're automatically a fuck up. And the fact of the matter is, well, you might be, certainly possible, but it's not necessarily hand in hand. And a lot of people they ask me, how do I get my kid into it? My answer is don't. Wait till they're a little bit older. I mean, I started when I was 4. That's really young. I would rather see the kid, start when he really understands what he's doing, or he or she, and really has an idea of what it's all about. And, what happens when you go to your first audition and you don't get is the skin thick enough to handle the rejection? You have to, and there's a lot of it.
There's a lot of
And you have to explain to them that it's not necessarily about them. Maybe you're just not what they're looking for on that particular day. There's 31 flavors of Baskin-Robbins. Not everyone is, every flavor.
Yeah.
Everybody likes something different.
You even walk in, you have to
Exactly.
fit the jacket.
That's exactly right. And
Birdie.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Baskin-Robbins.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the reason, exactly.
And that's all I would say to young kids today or parents or anything else. Just keep a real strong eye on it because it can be an incredible life-changing experience.
Yeah.
If the parents don't really handle that kid with what they call kid gloves.
Yeah.
You know, if you go in there looking to have an adventure and have some fun, then you'll do great. As the last guest said, well, the second to last guest,
Yeah.
if you're going into it only for the purpose of making money and making a huge living and earning millions, then you're really going at it the wrong way.
Exactly.
As that.
It is hard. People do glamorize about everything, and you know, all this reality television now is really changing everything too.
Well, it's disgusting.
It is.
It's absolutely disgusting. And it's dumbing down the American public.
It is.
In a very rapid way.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't watch reality television.
Exactly.
Quite honestly, I mean, I'd rather have a bowl of cereal
Oh.
than watch that.
That was the other kid. That was
That was
Mikey.
Mikey.
Yeah, I met Mikey once.
Did you?
actually.
Met John?
Yeah. Do you know Mikey?
I know John very well.
He went to school with my cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know John very well.
Of course you do. So then you can have a bowl of cereal.
I can.
All right. So what's the website you want people to
Oh,
check you
it's
out at?
it's
There you
absolutely primarily young artists. I mean, to be very honest with you, we're looking for kind of commercial. You know, dance, pop, like that. Really not looking for hip hop, rap, or things like that. Rock is fine, indie rock, indie pop, you know, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And do you have any gigs coming up besides
I'm sure I do.
yeah? But do you have a website that you want
I
people?
do, yeah. You can find all my whole schedules on ReverbNation.com/RiPPedNJ. We're based in New Jersey, but we play all over.
Right.
Facebook, same thing. Facebook/RiPPedNJ. All my dates are there. I've been drinking these years. I can't remember past the next date. And the next one is a benefit. So.
That sounds wonderful. So do you guys want to push a button?
You push it up.
Of course.
Yeah, that's me.
That sounds like you. You
That's
want to
me.
push one?
Yeah. Let's see if I can do something. I
That's
lose
good
it.
too. That's good too. I
Well,
like both of them.
thank you so much for
Thank you.
visiting, and please, anytime,
Thank
you're
you.
always welcome to visit us on
That's
the
nice.
show. Yeah. So give it up for Borgeshmore.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. We got one more. Stay tuned. We'll be back.
It's a life, fun time, and full of surprises. It's a place to get your 15 minutes of fame. Keeping it real, keeping it real. It's through the eyes of ReW. Keeping it real, keeping it real. What's that you say? Keeping it real, keeping it real. What's that you say? Keeping it real, keeping it you.